Honest to God, man, I like them going to the Super Bowl. You know that?
And I get between them and the Jaguars. Tennessee about to lose to Texas.
Okay, so Jaguars hot right now. But the Ravens took care of business, yo. They did everything they were supposed to do today. Defense held up. What they ain't never pretty with this team, yo. They ain't never pretty with the
Yeah,
boys.
I don't like how they kept them kind of close, at this Atlanta team. I feel like, if Mariota would have played, it would probably been a little bit different story.
I don't know.
But
Hey, they took care. Hey, they did what they had to do, yo. Harbaugh won the game without Lamar. You feel me? It's starting as a
I
quarterback.
mean, yeah, they won the game, but it's the same team, man.
Yeah,
It ain't no different team.
it's
It ain't like they played better. You can say, hey, they played better. I think this is more. You played a little bit. You played a weaker talented team.
I mean, they struggled because you gotta think the referees damn near gave us the game, and they struggling in the red zone again. Everybody know how to play this Raven team. Like I keep saying, you let them run from 25 to 25 yards. When it get down to that red zone, man, you gotta make throws and get touchdowns, short.
Oh, I ain't stop.
Oh, what happened? What happened?
Houston, watching this Houston game right now.
Man, I got
caught the ball and stopped.
Man, I got Tennessee in the parlay. I had Tennessee +3, yo. Oh my god.
You got Tennessee to win.
Yeah, yo, I took Tennessee.
They probably about to win now. It's fourth and goal.
Okay.
With no, they kicking a. Why are they kicking a field goal? They down by 4.
How much to go in the game?
It's 7 minutes left in the game. God damn, it's 7 minutes left in the game.
No. Yo, it was an hour delay, yo. They had a storm down there, yo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me see. God damn. It's 7 minutes. I'm thinking there's like a couple minutes left. It's 7 minutes.
Hey, yo, Jake.
They down by 1.
Jake messed up my parlays, yo. I had him over 69 yards today, yo. Oh my god, yo.
Over what?
69 yards rushing.
Oh.
Like I say, yo, they won, yo. Hey.
Yeah, I'm happy they won,
But hear me out, though.
And they should have won.
Now, check this out, though. Did you play Lamar in the next 2 games? Or you said it?
Do you play Lamar? You're going to have to, man.
You think so? You clinch.
Yeah, because if they come out and play like this, against the Steelers and the Bengals, they're going to lose, yo.
But they always clinch a playoff spot while I play the ball. Same for the playoff.
You already clinched a playoff spot.
You already clinched.
I guess you're controlling where you go.
Man, that's why I say I don't know, y'all. It's like this, yo. I let them play a serious.
Because if you win the next 2, then you get a home game.
But shit, does it matter? Honestly,
yeah, for them, it matters a lot.
Man, I sit the boy. You feel me? I sit him. At least let them play a half in the Cincinnati game. Cincinnati got the division wrapped up, man.
No, they don't. Cincinnati don't. If Cincinnati has to win out.
Oh, they're gonna win out
next week. They got to win next week. But what I'm saying is that the Ravens have full control over that possibility because they have to play them on the last game. So if Ravens win out, they win the division. If Cincinnati win out, they win the division. You see what I'm saying?
But
if Ravens lose against the Steelers, Cincinnati wins and they win next.
Now listen to the logic though. I got the quarterback that's hurt. Last pass 2, next pass. Well, the next game, if you want home field, you even gonna play him. But I'm thinking about the playoffs in the Super Bowl. So why should I play in these last past 2 games when I'm all about the Super Bowl?
It's a few things. One, the Ravens aren't a good team. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, I guess one could say they're a good team, you can make a case, and then others can say they aren't a good team. You know what I mean? But let's just say they are who they are, man. The Ravens are who they are. So let me ask you a question. So if you don't give them the ability to at least try to attempt to have a home game, that could be a struggle trying to play in somebody else's house in playoff time with the way that this team does things. Secondly, in regards to Lamar, he's already missed a few games. Was his 3rd game missed or so? He missed another 2. That's 5-game miss. You just wanted to jump back into a playoff scenario and just think he's just going to get in the rhythm and sync. It's already a bad team.
Now check this out. I'll play him in the first half of the Cincinnati game this Sunday. I'm already in. Let him get his feet wet. Let him get a couple of reps and let him get ready for the playoffs.
I wouldn't do that.
Hey, I mean, you're already in. What you got to lose? Is the division really that important, or the Super Bowl?
No, it's division. You're not understanding.
I understand it. You want the home game, but I'm looking at it like this. Once I get, you know how it is. You know how the fan base is. As long as they get to the playoffs, yeah.
No, not you can't.
What's more important, getting in the tournament, or you trying to get the position?
I think you misunderstanding me, man. I agree with what you're questioning. I agree with you.
Okay.
I say yeah. To get to the Super Bowl is more important than anything. But now let's act as if we, in the team we're GMs or we coaches or whoever the case may be, right? For them, knowing how our team responds, right? I would prefer for my team to have a home game than to have a win game to start momentum, because they struggling. This team is a struggling team right now.
Hey,
they put up one touchdown today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But hey, man.
Like they struggle to put up points. And so with them struggling to put up points, knowing that this style of offense is not going to naturally win playoff games, I would at least want us to have some form of advantage, being home crowd, whatever the case may be, so that we can at least attempt to win the way that we win, build up on some momentum, and then at that point when we have to travel, at least we got through it. We can get it done. Not go straight away and play the tough road, traveling with the way that this offense is. Like, nah, bro. Heck no, I wouldn't let this team.
We're gonna see how it play out, right? Because look at this: if I can get the wild card and go down Miami in warm weather with my quarterback down in cold weather with a bad leg, shit, I'm taking that. I'm taking that scenario, Jordan. That's how I'm looking at it. I'm taking that scenario.
But you playing in Miami.
Hey, and
that means you have to do all of the planning in regards to the traveling and all of that. You're like, yo, that's a lot, yo. It's a lot of pressure.
Playoff football, baby. It's gonna be pressure no matter how you look at it. You feel me?
And you're right. It is gonna be pressure, and so that's what I'm saying, yo. I don't want to. I want to take off as much of it as I can.
Hey, but see, yo, that's a veteran release team, yo. They built for it.
All right, but see, you talking as if this ain't the same Ravens that
I know what
I'm on literally last week.
I know what I'm dealing with.
All right, so you come off a win today, and now all of a sudden it's a total different move.
No matter who the quarterback, we know it's going to struggle, right? You know it's going to be a struggle.
I naturally wouldn't say that. I mean, I think Lamar can make the struggle look a lot better.
Yeah.
He can make the struggle look good, but I'm just saying, bro, like, if we can get a home game, you'll get a home game. Yo.
I feel you.
Don't just take it. Yeah, we can just be in here now. We good. And
hey, I want my quarterback not to take hits at all, yo. Let Lamar rest, yo. I want just let him rest, yo. Real shit. Playoff time coming, baby. It's it.
Like, you got an opportunity. Let's say you got the opportunity to go into Cincinnati and beat Cincinnati, and if you don't win, the way that it works out, that you end up got to go right back to Cincinnati again, in the place that you just lost. Like, you don't want to do that, yo.
It's football, though.
You know what I'm saying?
It's football, though. It's football.
I mean, what I'm saying is that I know, but that's
you know how hard it's like this. It's like this scenario too. You know how hard it is to beat the team 3 times, yo. So it is what it is, yo.
I would rather somebody have to travel than me, yo.
I feel you, but
he about to lose, yo.
My man, my parlay's already ripped up, yo.
6 game winning. How do you lose 6 games in a row, yo? How do you go from divisional leaders to 6 games in a row? I don't want to hear they ain't got no quarterback. Let's talk about that, yo. Let's talk about the NFL as a whole, bro. Because you know what, yo? I'm noticing, man. Yeah, I mean, I realize this is going to be a high priority league, But yo, with the rules being what they are in today's world, yo, it's a lot of bad football out here, yo.
Yo, the whole season been bad though, yo. It ain't this been.
But why though, yo? Why is it so much bad? Look at this.
Yo,
This is a one-win team, yo, and they beating up on these guys.
No, but don't do that, like, yo. Don't do that, because they being Tennessee is in. I mean, Houston's in a lot of games, yo. And like you just said, it's the parity spread out amongst the league, yo. No, like I say, and then give it Sunday.
This is. You know, I know, yo. I hear you. Yo. I think, yo, you know how every so often you have a pendulum shift of old guard, new guard come in regards to players,
and that's exactly what's happening.
You know what's wrong though? Here's what's happening. There hasn't been a pendulum shift for coaching, yo.
Hey,
coaching is getting stale, yo.
Hey, but you hear me? But it's what Obi's saying, yo. A lot of these recycled coaches don't know how to coach this new talent, yo. It's a different game. It ain't a different game. The skill sets are different now. You can't coach. Stale, you can't coach from the 90s and early 2000s to the athlete now. It ain't going to correlate, yo. Football's
a lot of this coaching is getting stale, yo. And you're starting to see some of the older guys that have had success in the past. Look at that touchdown.
Just look at it like this, yo. Dean Pease still being circulated around the NFL. This nigga, I mean, he's 78 years old, yo. What is he still doing coaching, yo? Come on,
yo. But just you right. But hear me out. Hear me out on this. The Giants, Mark Winkendale goes to the Giants. And the same mistakes that he makes here with us, he goes there and makes the same mistakes and loses the game. But why is it on a 3rd and 9, you decide to blitz every single body, knowing they got the best receiver in the game? So instead of double coveraging him or putting, shading coverage to his side to have multiple people around him or something, you instead say, you know what, I'm going to be who I'm going to be, and I'm just going to blitz everybody, because that's what we do. I live and die by.
Yo, but a lot of this coaching is nepotism, yo. They friends of friends, yo. You see the shit. You see it. You see the.
This is crazy, yo.
Yo, you see it. It's like, yo, why is this guy? Look how many times Rex Ryan and his brother done bounced around, yo. Come on, yo. I mean, sometimes
we need a pendulum shift in culture, yo.
And it ain't gonna never happen. It ain't gonna never happen, yo.
Coaching is starting to become a little too dry, yo.
You already hear Sean Payton already got his staff waiting to get a job. So it ain't gonna never change, yo. It ain't gonna change till these owners change, man.
Yeah, yo, because is it creating unwatchable football? No, but what it is doing is it's blocking. I feel like, this is my opinion, I feel like it's blocking certain groups of players prime, bro. Like, you're literally
no. I'm adding on that. It's blocking certain coaches from getting chances, yo. Come on, yo.
That too. Most importantly, yep, that too.
Come on. It's like I just said, yo. Dean Pease, damn near 78 years old. What he doing still coaching? He left here talking about he wanted to be with his family. He then went to Tennessee, now he in Atlanta. When is the young upstart going to get man, fuck that? When is the young black upstart going to get his chance, yo? Like O said, yo, it's a good old boy club, yo. And it's like this. You gotta die or want out the club because you're gonna always have a job, yo. And that's how I look at it. Some of these coaches, damn well, just bullshitting, yo. They don't really bring nothing in depth into this new era coaching.
Yeah, true. Look at most New England staff. You know what I'm saying? They coach on Bill Belichick, and then they leave, and they like some of the worst coaches under the sun, yo.
No, hear me out though. That'll tell you how much of a tight ship he run. But he also put his family in positions to be coaches. That's why CNN written that article. Nepotism in the NFL. That's why I went out here and made the podcast last year. white privilege and goddamn nepotism. All you gotta do is
look at. Do you feel like college is better?
Oh yeah, because it's more opportunities. You got almost 100. You got 100 NCAA programs. You can't be relegated to one coach. You got to get the best available candidate that can fit your budget. That's all. That's why I say college football better than the NFL, yo. It's wide open. And everybody get a chance.
And it keeps the game fresh.
Exactly, yo. You can get a dude like Urban Meyer with his offense. You can get a Mike Leach, yo. You can get the boy from Baylor offense, or my man from Oregon State, yo. It's just different styles, yo. Nobody plays the same in college football. That's why I love it. Here in the NFL, just look how the Ravens play, yo. You think this can correlate to winning a championship?
No, it don't. And that's what I'm saying, man. Right. It's like, yo, the coach. You got a coaching staff that has probably one of the best teams in the league when they together. Like when they, if you really sit down and look, yo, like you might have one of the best teams, but yet the coaching staff, because they so stuck in their ways, can't excrete it out of it.
Now hear me out, though. Now hear me out. I'm glad you said that. Now, how the hell can a 15-year coach a young upstart like Lamar Jackson that don't know the X's or O's of offense? Do that make any sense? You got a once in a lifetime talent like Lamar Jackson that's only 25 years old. John Harbaugh's style of coaching is really outdated. So you don't think you're hindering your quarterback by having this man as your coach? They don't really know no other way.
It's wild, man.
No, for real, yo. For real, dude. It's like this, yo. I got a player like Lamar Jackson. I know I cannot have a coach that's 60 years old coach him. You understand? It's an age gap. It's a generational gap in coaching. That,
but you just got to understand what you got on your squad, bro, and adapt to it.
But yo, it's like this, yo. You can't adapt to everything off. You can't adapt to everything. Look at what you got in Lamar Jackson and look at your coach. You can't have a guy that's coaching like it's 1990 with a 2020 Maserati, yo. It ain't gonna work, yo. It's the age gap. It's everything. It's not going to work, yo.
Yeah.
It's like me at my age hanging out with what's a little young boy, a little baby. I look crazy as hell hanging out with him. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's the age gap. It's the age gap.
I get where you're going with it, though. It is the age gap,
right?
And more so, it's a mentality gap. If you sit down and think about some of the top tier teams that are out right now, a lot of them are essentially newer age, you know what I'm saying, coaches that are doing, top tier right now. And the only one to the exception is, and I can think off the top of my head right now, is Andy Reid. But what does Andy Reid do? Andy Reid does a great job in changing and maneuvering to what things go of today.
But we got to look at who Andy Reid came out. He came off one of the greatest offensive minds in football, Bill Walsh. But I'm glad you just said that. It goes back to the question you asked me yesterday with the dude on the radio that said he was trying to. What you said, he was trying to compare Lamar Jackson to all the other quarterbacks. He tried to compare him to.
He said he would not take trade phone calls for 5 quarterbacks. Those 5 quarterbacks being Herbert, Allen, Mahomes, Trevor Lawrence, and Barrow.
Right. And once again, it was like when I told you yesterday, and all 5 of those quarterbacks got something Lamar ain't got. They got an offensive mind coach, yo. So you can't compare, yo. Lamar is
talent around.
Exactly, yo. They playing franchises that all in on the quarterback. It's like the Ravens ain't all in on Lamar, yo. That's how it's looking. Real talk, yo. He got a coach from the Stone Age, man. Yo, did you see the halftime show today? Did you?
No.
Yo, they laughed at the Ravens. Yo, they laughed at the coaching staff. They say they're going. What the hell? What the hell they say? They say they're gonna run. It's everything we keep saying, yo. You can't run in this NFL, especially with this team, yo. Like I said earlier, yo, everybody know how to play the Ravens. You gonna let them run from their 25-yard line all the way to the other 25-yard line. Then when it's time to make a pass, God damn it, you ain't gonna make that pass because we already know the scheme terrible and it's 12 on 11 because the goddamn Alabama is a defender too. And you know you can't get no space with Greg Roman offense passing wise, so you had a hindrance, man. Man, everybody playing the Ravens like people play LeBron in the league. Man, let LeBron get the stats, yo, and let everybody else beat you. That's how they play with the Ravens, man. You let the running backs and Lamar run. Don't let them pass. As long as you don't let them pass, you did the rights, man. And that's how this offense is. Easy to be stopped. There's no creativity to it.
No, it's I don't know, bro. All I'm saying, yo, it's a lot of these games these days, yo, this year that I watch and I say to myself, it's no way, yo. There's no way, yo, this game should be going that way, yo. You know what I'm saying? Just looking at just understanding who everybody is and on the teams and players and talent wise and stuff like that. And I understand that it's football, anything can always happen. But yo, it's like, yo, it's no way that this game for all 4 quarters should be going like this to ultimately lead into an upset loss. You know what I'm saying? And it's just so consistent this year, and I can't, any given Sunday, right? Any given Sunday.
Right.
But with the way that this year is playing out, bro, I think a lot of coaches need to look at themselves in the mirror.
Nah, but yo, it's like you said earlier, yo, it's Purdy in the lead. The NFL want this, yo. It's no really dominant team. I mean, you can say Philly because of their record, but what dominant team out there? But the other team,
and that's what I'm trying to get at, bro. I'm glad you put it. You made it. There you go. That's what I'm trying to say, bro. That's a simple way of saying what I was trying to say. The way that this is going, there is no dominant team out here, bro, because a lot of the style of football that you see here to a lot of these people, it's like, I know, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing surprising, bro. It's nothing that's like, yo, I ain't never seen that before. There's no innovation. You know what I mean?
I mean, but yo, technically it is, but it's like we don't see it because of our team. But yo, a lot of these teams are going up and down the field at will, my man. Real talk.
Oh no, I understand that. I understand that there are a few teams that can still go up and down the field at will, but there are games that they come in and they're inconsistent, bro. Like it's a lot of inconsistencies, bro.
But yo, this is what they
want. Only team that I could say that is consistent, yo, probably week in and week out, and they may, of course, naturally, it's again with humans in football, and you're on a slack. But only team that comes out to me that's just consistent each and every week, bro, is Kansas City.
But this is exactly.
And I'll give the Bengals too. The Bengals, each and every week in Philly.
But yo, as a league whole, this is exactly what you want, yo, because everybody's in it. You don't know who the clear-cut favorite is to win the Super Bowl.
I get it.
This is exactly what you want. Right. This is exactly what you want.
Nah, I know, and that's why it'll never change, yo. But all I'm saying is, man, I just think that it's time. It's time to bring in a new guard because I think it can showcase a lot of these teams that maybe look real bad record wise, but they're not really bad teams. You see what I'm saying?
But with you gotta let everybody know you want a new guard in coaching. It's kind of happened because a lot of these coaching trees are still. You got Bill Walsh coaching tree still out here. You got Andy Reid tree out here. You got McVay his coaching tree out here. It's just like, yo, the styles of play out here. It's just we ain't seeing it from our point of view because who our coach is, yo. It's just shit kind of crazy. Like I said, but the league in whole, the league straight.
Like Chicago is another team. You know what I'm saying? Like great talent on that team, but they 3 and
but that's just Chicago is the perfect example of a team not invested in their quarterback. And don't Chicago look like the Baltimore Ravens, but the Ravens is win. They're not invested in the boy Fields. Am I right? This boy playing with nothing.
Yeah, and Carolina is another team. Washington is another team. You know, teams like like they actually not bad squads, bro. They're not bad.
No, let's keep it a buck. Carolina coaching got them this far. That coach had 3 different quarterbacks. Four. He played with 4 different quarterbacks this year.
Well, I'm saying Rule, Carolina did the right thing. They got rid of Rule.
Right.
And I don't know if you want to claim Rule to be a new guard.
Yeah, he was a new guy. He came from New England he was a special team coach in New Orleans, in New England. So look what Steve Wilkes did down there. So once again,
I think Rule. I would say Rule is part of the old guard. He's a new coach, but I think he's part of the old guard. And Steve Wilkes, he comes in. I mean, I don't know too much about Steve Wilkes. I don't know if you would claim him to be old guard or new guard as he flipped it up, but he obviously showcased him a lot about this team.
He ain't get a fair shake in Arizona, but he coaching his ass off. They got to hire him. They leading the division right now, right? They won today, right? Carolina.
Yeah, they won today.
Yeah, he got to be up for coach of the year because he played with nothing. Four different quarterbacks.
That's all I'm trying to say, bro. It's a lot of teams that got bad records, and that we'll say, they bad teams, but I'm telling you, they just a coach away from being being playoff caliber.
But hear me out though, It's the same thing that happened up here when everybody say, "Who can you get to replace Caldwell?" You got to give people a chance, yo. Real shit. You seen around, look at what the boy did in Philly, yo. I mean, it's time to bring in the offensive gene. It's time to bring in the offensive Google.
You gotta. I think it's time to let go of these old guys. I mean, I ain't even talking Bill Belichick too, man. It's time.
But see, with Belichick, he earned his right to walk away. He had a hell of a run.
No, he did. But it's time. I don't think his players are responding. You know what I'm saying?
No, you can't do
not
that.
A bad team,
you can't do that to him. Yo, he had a once in a lifetime quarterback, and you know how hard it is to replace a quarterback like that. It took Miami 20 years. It takes years, and that's why I be laughing at this fan base. And they talking about get rid of Lamar, get rid of him, and who are you going to get? Who's going to be that surefire quarterback you think going to come in here? Like I say, it take franchises 20 years. Maybe even longer.
I get it, and I'm not saying that he is a bad. I'm just saying, bro, it's time to let somebody else get an opportunity.
Yeah, but you got to look at who the owners are. If you're the owner guy and you like consistency, come on. They said the same thing about Fisher in Tennessee. This dude, he was an under 500 quarterback, but look how long he held this job. 5 extra years, yo. Come on, yo. It's up to the owners. Everybody basically complaining about Harbaugh, but it's up to Steve Bisciotti to make that move, and he ain't gonna make it. That's because when you don't own a guy, you got stability, yo.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna hopefully we.
That's a good point, though. Some teams, it's a lot of teams out here, that are literally just one coach away from being that kind of squad, man.
Hey, but you got to look at it like this, yo. You got to look at what Cincinnati did. Marvin Lewis got them to the playoffs, but he couldn't get them over the hill. That's what I said last week. Sometimes, you got to rebuild this shit and bring in a coach with a good offensive mind and rebuild it again. And look at Cincinnati. They going back to the AFC Championship game, yo. I don't care what nobody. They hot. Offense clicking. 2 different running backs. They hard to beat, Charlie.
Yep. Tigers just lost to the Houston Texans. I knew they were going to lose, though.
Damn, yo, all my tickets dead. Nigga.
If I was going to bet and make a ticket, I was going to put Houston to win.
I had Tennessee on all of them. I had Derrick Henry. He scored the touchdown. I was good on that, but that's a wrap with that one. But yeah,
I knew they were going to lose.
Yeah,
like
man.
6 in a row too, man. Dang, that's bad, yo.
Yeah, maybe that. It's almost it may be a coaching change down there. They about to get a new GM down there.
I see now. I wouldn't say Rabel did a good job with them boys, yo. But like, I mean, maybe it is getting a little dry, yo. Like, yo, he putting all his trust in Tannehill, and they did get the what's his name, Wilkins?
Yeah.
Willis or whatever his name is, the quarterback. Right. But he don't look like he. I know it's his first year, but he ain't really showing nothing either, bro.
Out though. When that was a prime example of the Ravens. If that new GM coming, he gonna want this guy in there. That ain't my Rabel guy. But it was what I was saying about Eric DeCosta 4 years ago. Harbaugh wasn't this guy, but Harbaugh got the juice here. So Harbaugh about to get. I don't know. Harbaugh got the juice, but I don't know how many years DeCosta got. Now, can he make it with this regime? Even though he have a shoddy guy, we know who got the juice here. So this is something we're going to have to watch in the next couple of years, man. Because like I keep saying, Harbaugh ain't going away. And the way they drafting, without any big-time playmakers offensively there, somebody, it's going to come to head, yo. Like I say, I'm always looking down the road. I don't know how many years DeCosta got on his contract, but I know Harbaugh here for 3 more. I don't know how many more years DeCosta got, but that talent, yo.
I don't know, bro, but all I'm saying is, yo, I'm gonna say it again, yo. Ravens did good. I'm trying not to really talk too much because they did good today. I mean, they won the game.
Right.
I'm not going to be one of them hater guys from trying to talk about a different, overall topic of football and Ravens in general, bro. And and just trying to say, yo, at the end of the day, yo, a lot of these teams out here, man, is just one coach away from being even great, yo, even better, yo. I mean, and look, Dallas did it. Dallas had what's the guy that used to be the backup quarterback for them back in the day under Troy Aikman?
You talking about
what's his name?
Redhead. I forgot his name.
He's a commentator now on NBC. I can't think his name, man. He was doing well with Cowboys, winning seasons. No, not Tony Romo, his coach. He was doing well, getting them winning seasons and maybe sometimes getting them to the playoffs or get them to the playoffs and they don't win. Jason Garrett is his name.
Yeah. There you go.
You would say, hey, he was doing pretty okay. You know what I'm saying? Like winning wise and stuff like that, and maybe start at the back end, maybe have like one bad season or so, right? Yeah. But what they do, they let him go, and now they bring in Mike McCarthy, and here they are, 2 seasons in a row, back to back, going to the playoffs. Maybe even 3, if I can recall. You feel me?
But see, look who the owner is, though. Even though he in the way, Jerry Jones want to win, yo. It's like
I know, but that's what yo.
You know
what about the Ravens right here?
But
we could be just one coach away.
But the biggest problem here is complacency, yo. Let's keep it a buck.
But a lot of teams that are set up that way, but you gotta make the leap.
But yo,
sometimes you just gotta make the leap, yo. And I get it. It's hard to do.
But once again, yo, like I keep telling everybody, if they go back, they took the press conference down. Go back and listen to that 2017 State of the Ravens, yo. But Shotty told everybody who he is. He don't want to make changes, yo. That's what this shit boiled down to. He pleaded with everybody.
Well,
I don't.
He don't want to make an owner like that, though.
Yo, he don't want to make the changes, though.
Who else is like that too, yo? Arizona.
They're gonna have to get rid of. They're gonna have to get rid of their coach down there. Yo. He shouldn't have been the coach from day one. You feel me?
Arizona's like that too, bro. They hold on to stuff too long.
No. First thing first, yo, that college has offense. That Big 12 has offense. They ain't gonna work in the league.
All I'm saying to you is like, yo, that style of that old school style of we just gonna hold them and keep them, and we gonna work we're gonna go through the ebb and flows. Yo, that is killing franchises, bro.
It ain't just killing.
The longer you stick to that style, the more you are falling behind the ball, yo.
It ain't just killing franchise, it's killing the morale in the locker room too, man. You think a 20-year-old want to hear 62, 64-year-old talk that rah. You ain't correlating them. These young boys want to get in and out, yo. It's just a different athlete, yo. That's why I be listening to O on the phone talk. He be like, look, yo, I got these kids down here, man. They ain't trying to hear that, man. They're just trying to get to the bag. And football's a hobby to them. They don't take it like we take it. It's a hobby, yo. So you think you got a coach up here 60 years old talking to a 22, 23-year-old in a certain way? That, like I told you, yo, that generational gap, yo. That's a lot, man. Everybody think you can just coach football, but today's athlete different, man. They're just totally different.
They just put in Ezekiel Elliott to score a touchdown after
at the Pollard ran the damn ball all the way down the field.
Pollard, the one that got him on the one. He told him, you could see him too telling them like, yo, no, I don't want to come out.
Yeah.
And then they took him out anyway.
That's it, but
yo, you gotta make the money work, you know.
Hey, I'm glad you said that, yo, because it's a business at the end of the day, yo. You paying Zeke, yo, to get touchdowns, yo. His agent probably telling him like, look, yo, he need a stats, yo. We kind of seen it up here before Lamar.
They know he on the up and up, man. You gotta make him, you gotta keep him low,
right. That's once again.
You can't have him go because then he gonna ask for more money.
That's once again trying to make everybody happy too, yo. Like I say, yo, that NFL is a business, yo. Everybody
It is a business, man.
Yo, it's a lot of quote unquote undertone shit that we don't know about. But I'm glad we know players in the league. Be like, look, yo, such and such need his reps because it's in the contract. He need his targets because it's in that contract. You better give him 10 targets. That's the shit nobody talk about. Everybody just talk about the other shit, man.
Or I remember watching I Am Athlete, and the guy who used to be the linebacker, he came out of Miami, played in Denver. He was telling me he ended up getting a contract with Denver and all that. And he was talking to John Elway, and John Elway had told him, they wanted to take care of him, make sure he was all right and doing well, and he signed his contract, and they put the contract together. But part of his contract was, he was incentivized that he had to play a certain percentage of games.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So meaning like within each game, he has to have played, I think it was like over, he says, I don't remember the exact percentage per se, but he had to play he had to get a bunch of snaps per game. And he said, they would literally have a guy, and I know they do that, but they literally have people on the sideline, counting, how many plays this person get, to keep, right. For the business end of things, and you're right. It's all the business at the end of the day, yo. And I just feel like, good business for to advance the league, right? The league is doing all this stuff to try to move forward and advance it, and they're making it more offensive friendly and things like that. And all I'm saying is, bro, is that with the way that they're trying to go about everything and all that good stuff, it's time for some of these, businesses to say, hey, look, I appreciate your work. You did great. You probably still, could hold your own here. You are holding your own here, but it's time to let somebody else need to come in and see if they can.
But what you saying is translating to the real world too, yo. It's like this, yo. All the old heads don't want to let these jobs go for the young kids. You got 70 and 80-year-old senators, yo. Come on, yo. How can y'all vision of where y'all grew at? Y'all making decisions for kids in their 20s.
Right.
Come on, yo.
You know who else made a good point on that? Dr. Umar. I was listening to him on a YouTube show on Breakfast Club, and he was talking about the NAACP and how it doesn't matter much in the black community.
It don't.
And it's because they don't know how to speak to the main generation of the black community right now, which is the younger generation. Because all of them old.
Hey, yo,
and none of the old people, they ain't trying to let none of the new
kids,
the young The new kids be the decision makers.
But yo,
they out here, they in it, but they not the decision makers. The old people still want to hold on to the power.
And that's society in the whole. Because if you look at the NFL, yo, you look at all these old ass coaches, you be like, yo, what are y'all still doing in the league 40, 50, 40 years, yo? I mean, the game has passed them by.
And all I'm saying is, too, bro, adding on top of that, they're not even doing well.
No, you know why they ain't doing well? Because
they ain't blowing it up like how they used to.
Because they style of coaching cannot, once again, like I just said a couple minutes ago, that style of coaching cannot translate to this new athlete, yo. The new athlete, he just not trying to hear it, yo. You can't be all up in my face, rah, 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 when I already know I'm physically more talented than anything you taught for the last past 20 years, man. Look at what Justin Jefferson doing, yo. He a freak. Look at what these young dudes are doing, yo. And you trying to tell me a 60-foot-old man going to try to coach that? Nah, you can't. You got to get a young mind in here, man.
Yeah, nah, I agree. And again, when you sit down and look at it, look at the NFL this year. A lot of these top-tier teams, Eagles, with good records, Eagles, Cowboys, all of them are newer age coaches. Newer age coaches. A lot of these guys that are like middle of the pack, where you like, they good and they down and they good and they down. The old guard, bro.
And it's everything. And I swear to God, yo, you nailing it on the head. Because even look at Mike Tomlin. Shorty coaching, but he ain't got a quarterback, but he doing the best with what he got. But yo, they getting circled out. They getting cycled out. All these old coaches getting cycled out, man.
Yeah, I like Tomlin, man. But the main thing I like about Tomlin is the fact that Tomlin gives other people chances, man.
Yeah,
I wish he had more of a coaching tree out and about.
But see, you gotta look at it once again, yo. He may be the face of the franchise, but he don't make decisions in the franchise. I don't think he got the same as coaching staff, to tell you the truth. Think about it, yo. He like the black John Harbaugh, yo. What? He ain't got no coaching tree, yo. For real. That's how I know he a company man. Just like that for what it's worth, yo. They similar, yo. Think about it. They can coach a team up. They had their little what the hell? They had their little disciplinary problems on their team. You know, with them, you're gonna get yourself 78 wins, but as you can see, yo, it's like when it comes to that coaching tree with them, they have none. That's why I was like, in history, yo, all good coaches have coaching trees, man. You can't tell me one historic coach that don't have one. Besides our boy in New England, and that's it.
Yeah. I mean, but he's another one of them too when you really get down to the boogie of it. Old guard.
Yeah, he been cycled out too.
Pack. I mean, he never had a losing. He hasn't had a losing season in a very long time, but at the same time, too, bro, you ain't really doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you get to the playoffs, you don't go far. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the name of the game. And I understand somebody would say, in the comments or somebody like that, oh man, it happens to every team. Only one team wins it all. One team is happy at the end of each year. You're right, yo. But like, if you notice, yo, that some teams, yo, like they may get super far, they may get to the championship game and lose, and the next year they come out, they get to the championship game again, maybe win, get a chance to fight in the Super Bowl.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
But hear me out, though, yo. We saying this, but yo, it's an exception out here, yo. I don't think you know him, but I swear to God, if Jerry Glanville was the Ravens coach, yo, this team would be crazy, yo. Cause Jerry Glanville running shoot with Warren Moon and shit, yo. Cause he was a nut, yo. We need more of him out here, yo. Coaches just don't care, yo. We need more Jerry Glanvilles out here, man. If you go back and watch the old Houston Oilers with Jerry Glanville, yo, they was wild, yo. They got the ball up and down the field. He was an exception back then. So I could just imagine him now with this league, yo, with this passing league. Oh my God, man. This boy be putting up 500 yards. His offense be putting up 500 yards a game, yo.
Yeah.
If you ever get a chance, check him out. Jerry Glanville. Yo, him and Warren Moon was putting up 400 yards in the early 90s, man. Just imagine if we had a mind like that now on this team. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, but it just needs some more innovators, yo.
Yeah, hey, man, they out here, but like you said, yo, that old guard don't want to get out the way. The coaches out here. Yo, just look at college football, yo. Look at all those offensive minds, man. It's just owners like Steve Ashadi, yo. When he got his guy, that's his guy. His guy got really fucked up to get rid of him.
Yeah. Gotta give some new guys some chances.
My man up in the comments section said we got the victory, but once again, it wasn't pretty. Hey, man, that shit was
what?
We got the victory, but it wasn't pretty. It ain't never pretty with the Ravens, baby. It ain't never pretty. But you know, like I say,
I'm not too worried about it being pretty though. Yo, what is it's football.
Football, right?
What is pretty win you? I can be pretty all day and lose. You gonna be happy?
Hey,
you know. Hey. I don't care about pretty. Yo. Hey, pretty don't mean nothing, man.
Defense showed up, yo. It was Raven football. Like it or not, it was Raven football.
Yeah. What I'm more so worried about is the fact that with that game anyway, that this Falcons game, what I'm more so worried about the fact that they let a team such as the Falcons, not to say Falcons are a bad team. I don't believe they're a bad team, but I'm more so speaking from the fact that they got a second game quarterback in there. And, this second game quarterback almost, kept it, he did keep it close. And if had a little bit more talent, we would have been talking the same old talk we talk about the Ravens each and every week. And that's all I'm saying. I just feel like they haven't made any changes, which I don't expect them to, which is why I'm having the conversation that I'm having now at the end of the day, and not really trying to talk specifically about the Ravens, but just as a whole. But it just matches to what's going on with the Ravens, which is like, some teams, like I say, it's just one coach away from being something totally better. And the Ravens is one of those teams to me, man. It's like, I don't know, bro. They're just one of those teams to me, man.
I just hate to see talent being wasted, yo. Lamar being wasted, yo. Yeah. Yo, we can say fire Greg Roman all you want. Greg Roman ain't the problem. We just got to stop.
Nah, it's not. Yeah, you get Greg Roman out there, you put him with somebody else. I mean, you probably run into the same style of issues, bro. Because it's deeper than just the Roman. It's who's allowed to be in other key positions in that room. And I feel like the general manager runs that. And the fact that the general manager can't control, this is my personal opinion, and again, it's my opinion, so I could be wrong. But the fact that the general manager can't control who essentially does things in regards to the head coaching, but I feel like Harbaugh actually controls the team. Hey. I think Harbaugh runs it. I think Harbaugh is the guy that actually says or has some sort of strong play on who the actual scouting team is. That's what I think.
Man, come on, yo. Stop it. Stop it. I told you. Man, that new contract tells you he got the juice. Look at the draft. They Harbaugh guys, yo. This ain't no secret.
I think Harbaugh has more say than DeCosta does on what scouts are, who scouts are, what they're looking into, and you know what I'm saying? That's my personal opinion. You feel me?
Let me throw this at you. Let me throw this at you. You got the guy from the outside, Sashi Brown. They ain't got no loyalty to the Costa or Harbaugh. You think he can come in here and say, "Look, man, I don't like the way this looking. I'm gonna bring my people in here." The president of football operations, Sashi Brown.
No, I don't. I mean, that's not necessarily his, so to speak, job to say that. I mean, he reports to Brashadi,
right?
And he can give his personal opinion to Brashadi, and he also supports, essentially DeCosta, in regards to getting, whatever DeCosta gets from Harbaugh that he says that he needs, right? And he kind of okays it and gets it to Brashadi, and Brashadi, so to speak, okays it. But I think as the president, it's more for him. It's more than just player personnel. It's also things like stadium upgrades,
right.
pricing, and and I think that's more where he's jerseys and sales, and I think that's more where he kind of places his hand.
Now, check it out though. Sashi Brown, an analytical guy, he can look at this team and say, "I'm looking at the analytics. It's not based on how I want my as a president of football operations. This ain't what the reflection of how I want this team to look." He got the ultimate. He got the ultimate.
Yeah, I agree. I think he does that. I think he looks at analytics and again, but more so on a sales side. I think he looks at analytics and says, something in the range of, well, with the way things are kind of going in regards to, how the sentiment of our fans, with how they feel about our team, it's kind of showing that right now they're not really into the game so much because we're not scoring enough touchdowns, and it's causing us to lose profits in ticket sales here and in jersey sales there, blah, blah, blah. We just don't have, the, teams, fans aren't super duper pumped about the Ravens. We need to do something about this to get our fans back to being more engaged with the Ravens. I think that's something more Sashi Brown's lane.
Now, hear me out though, y'all.
He ain't going to Harbaugh per se, verbatim rather, and saying to Harbaugh, hey, you need to change this play to that play to then, you know what I'm saying, or fire this guy. I don't think he's necessarily doing that.
I'm glad you said what you said a couple minutes ago about how the offense looked and people down there talk. Don't this shit feel like Joe Flacco all over again? It's a boring brand of football, and you watch it, it just has something to do on Sunday. It ain't exciting. It's just, they winning. It's like, I know they ain't gonna get forward in style, but they're winning. It's just.
Yeah, and look, man,
Basadi
might be a kind of guy, obviously, that he don't care whether or not it's high-powered or not. He cares about the fact that it's winning because he knows that, with a winning team. Look, this franchise, I'm speaking about this franchise from a fan perspective. What they did in 2000 and mainly in 2012 with Ray Lewis, bro, that won. They own this city. You see what I'm saying? They own this city, bro. That parade that they had here, people going crazy, and mind you, it was 2012, so all ages was with it. See, a lot of these people that watched the 2012 Super Bowl wasn't old enough to watch a 2000 Super Bowl. You feel me? But that 2012 Super Bowl that Brashadi was able to win, he has everything as a team owner you essentially want. The fans are bought in. You want them a Super Bowl. You got iconic Hall of Fame players that relate to your city. You know what I'm saying? Or how you are on all levels, whether it's white, black, indifferent, Asian, it don't matter. They relate to everybody. Like, you got everything that you want.
Right.
At this point, as an owner, the way I'm looking at, I just don't want to lose that. I don't want this team to go down a tunnel or a drain where it's like, all right, everybody knows, forgot about us because we're not the same as we want to be. And how does that not happen? All we got to do is consistently, win games, make it to the playoffs, continue to be the Ravens that we are. Back then, we didn't always win Super Bowls, right? But we made them to the playoffs. We had hard-fought games, and we had great shots, right? And I think in the end, if you pay attention to just the data, if you're looking at just the data, the Ravens are still that.
No. I'm glad you said all that because we got proof of what he said, what he wanted, but it's like he not acting out what he wanted. Like, I keep reverting back to that 2017 state of the Ravens.
Because I'm not privy to the 17.
I told you he wanted home field advantage, right? He wanted home games at M&T Stadium, and he wanted the Super Bowl. But goddamn, that been 5 years ago. And
bro, you're right, because he loses a lot of money, man, when his money goes out the door to other places when we make it to the playoffs every year, but we ain't got no home games.
Hey, but once again, he said he wanted the championship. Like I say, ain't that's what And he did this before Lamar was a quarterback. Lamar was a starter for Joe in 18? So you gotta think. That's why I keep saying he need to pay the boy, because everything he said, Lamar gave him. But it's everything you said too, just now. What the owner want, Lamar gave. That's why I was sitting here smiling over what you just said.
And I see where you're going to this. He needs to pay him.
Yeah, he need to pay him, but he, like what you just said, he got everything an owner wanted. You got your team consistently winning. Even though it's been 10 years since you won the Super Bowl, you're irrelevant. You're a contender. You make it to the playoffs every year. You're making revenue. That's what you was trying to say. You're making revenue.
I know, but that sentiment as a whole isn't Baltimore right now. It's getting there. It still got some time to go before it gets like, yo, we're there. But you can see it moving there. And that's all I'm saying is that, he knows that they're still in a good place. He knows that all you got to do is to continue to win.
But as you can see, the fan base getting tired of mediocrity.
But yeah, you're right. That's what I'm saying. They got some time, but it's getting there. And he's going to have to make a decision. Otherwise, he'll lose. He'll lose this. And it may not be what. It may not be worth his while anymore. Maybe he sells the team. You know what I'm saying? Because I've heard in the past that Bisciotti, is not really into, he's into football, of course. He loves the Ravens, but it's not like how he's not like Jerry Jones.
But let's keep it a buck too. And the reason why I say it's mediocrity, that brand new car in Lamar is 5 years old now, yo. You gotta. Come on, dude, you got to cash in while it's hot. The car ain't shiny no more. That car's only get miles on it, so you got to win that.
Bisciotti's no Robert Kraft. He's I think he's probably a good owner. He's definitely a good owner, but he's no Robert Kraft to his team, bro. He's he's not like a lot of these owners that are like full-blown football is what we do when football season is here. You know what I'm saying? That's what I hear. I don't know. That's just what I hear. So, I ended off with this, man, because I got to go. But I just feel like at the end of the day, man, that a lot of these teams, I say it again, it's my 10th time probably saying, a lot of these teams, bro, are just one coach away from literally being a total different advanced level team, man.
Hey, so
it's just time for the new guard. It's time for a lot of new guard to come in, man.
So is the Ravens one coach away?
Yeah, I think so. I think
Jordy Man, engineer. You need that
one coach changes a lot of other underlying systems that are in place within that organization.
Right. And all that, we are body immersed. Everybody, I ain't gonna go this long. All right, what? All right, now.